we're overrun. Sending boys in the trucks with the 50 cals. Tell every swinging neck, bring extra rounds. Hang in now, boys, we're on our way. Don't send them all to heaven before we get a taste. Whoa, cry havoc, let's slip the doors away. What you gonna do?
And happy Sunday to you, folks. We are back live here at the Double S Podcast on the Heroes Media Group. I am trying, because Facebook is being gnarly, okay? They're not letting us broadcast to our Double S Podcast page just yet. I guess it's too new. I have no freaking idea. Facebook and its infinite wisdom. So right now we're live on my personal Facebook page. We're on the Heroes Media Group. We're on 3 different YouTube channels and LinkedIn as well. So we're broadcasting off there. Hopefully on this next Sunday here, we'll have grown to the part where Facebook likes our Double S Podcast page there, and you'll be able to watch our show there. But at any rate, how the heck are y'all? Happy New Year. 2026 is here. Dude, have we been busy. It's only the 4th. And I can tell you folks, we are brewing up some cool stuff. Let me go ahead and pay the bills, and then we're going to get our co-host in here. These 2 guys, these cats, we're in for a good night. It's going to be fun. Let's go ahead and get these. Where are we at there? Oh, there it is. I remember what I'm doing. Let's pay the bills. Every episode of the Double S Podcast brought to you by the Romans Warrior Foundation. Hashtag helping is healing. We have the man himself, the big toe, the big fish. Mr. Brian Romans is here tonight. And he's going to be telling us about a bunch of cool stuff we got brewing, things we got going, things that is going to be super, super cool to watch, to follow, to come join in and take part in with the Romans Warrior Foundation this year that's coming up. Check out all of the great different programs and divisions they have at the Romans Warrior Foundation, alternative methods of healing for our brothers and sisters around the country, from shore to shore, nationwide. RomansWarriorFoundation.org. Big one in there is the Global War on Terror's Wall of Remembrance at GWAT Wall. You can follow us along there and see all the information about that. The only, still currently, there's been rumors of others in someone trying to brew something up, but we, as it still stands, we are the only mobile monument in the United States that is dedicated to the entire GWAT era, 1983 forward. It's important, folks, especially for dudes and cats my age. This is our Vietnam. This is what we've grown up with around, has been the GWAT era soldiers, and those soldiers and Marines and Air Force and service members have given their entire life to that era of time, and we're here free and still kicking because of these brave men and women that are out there. And it's important that we remember that entire era so that we don't fall into stupidity in the future at elections or any other time and repeat dumb, ignorant stuff. So pay attention to your history and help make sure that these individuals receive what's coming to them. One of the best taglines I heard before, veterans deserve better. That sums it up right then and there. So, yes, check out the Global War on Terror's Wall of Remembrance. If you really want to take your event you have going on in your local community, if you want to take it to the next level and really bring healing to that community, get a hold of the Romans Warrior Foundation. Let's get the wall booked in there. Let's get that set up. Also, our little deal, the True Patriot Outfitters Kayak Fishing Camping Trips, bringing the healing powers of the outdoors, camaraderie, shenanigans, and all kinds of good stuff, bringing that all together and making sure that we connect people back to like-minded other individuals and to the outdoors and find out what we love so much about that. Of course, the Heroes Media Group, Adam Bird, all the great podcasts that are out there on the Heroes Media Group. Something for everybody. Go check them out at the website, and you will find a podcast that's right up your alley. Sister company, HMG Beverage, get you some coffee. All right. Whew. Done. We got it. Let me see. Yes, we got it. All right, let's get these suckers in here. First, the man himself, the myth, the legend, sometimes what happens in Vegas does come home with you. Let's welcome Mr. Brian
Whoa,
Romans.
whoa, whoa, whoa. What kind of intro is that, man? That's like I got to see Corman up. What in the hell?
How are you, Bri? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it was good until then. Like, it wasn't a weekend of Lake Havasu. It was Vegas. I mean, come on. What you doing? Happy damn New Year, Gene.
Speaking of
Good
happy
to see you,
dance,
buddy.
let's bring in our buddy Bricklin.
Yeah.
What's up,
I would
buddy?
deflect too. This guy.
It's 2026, boys. We're kicking the year off right.
Justin, he said swallow the hot dog and talk.
No, I can't.
I'm going to start this show off right. I'm going to give you some
Uh-oh.
information that Justin
I'm in trouble.
Brick shared this piece of advice with my 23-year-old. So my 23-year-old is considering, he's been looking at the fire academy.
Yes.
Going, yes, he's
Do
still
it.
very much serious, and he came to Fishmas celebration this year, and Brick, of course, was there. And as Brick's leaving, he looks at my son. He's like, "Fire academy, huh?" He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "All right, only piece of advice I'm gonna give you." What? Oh my God, I'm gonna mess this up. What was exactly the advice you gave him, Brick?
Same thing I told Brian. Sleep tight. Keep your butthole tight.
Yeah, keep your butthole tight. Yeah, that was the look on my son's face. Wait, what?
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't see that in fire science prerequisite there.
He's gonna have so much fun at the fire academy, especially if he goes for what is it, like a month long, and you're sleeping in the bunk full of a bunch of guys.
Watch your butthole.
I mean,
That's the
Hey, don't play with
advice.
another man's hose.
he could say that, and then that could just lead the whole dorm into just cracking jokes because, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Watch out for that nozzle spray.
My goodness.
Yeah, full stream ahead.
Gene, it's all right. It's only the foam, man. It's only the foam.
Yeah. This is not helping.
So before I joined the military, I was a medic, and so there was a big rivalry between the firefighters and the police department and the paramedics. So it was just like,
Yeah.
let's dump baby powder in their vent, and then turn all their lights on. So whenever they turn on, it was usually the firefighter ambulance that we usually vandalized, but
Yeah.
it was a lot. They got us back. They would hide like stuff at our department. They would hide our remotes, and they would hide our whatever. But we have a lot of fun. It's a very fun community to be around.
Brian, how are those
Oh, yeah.
how are those oversized Lucky Charm marshmallows doing for you?
I found a hole.
Oh no,
Bro, someone's trying to lace your blue moon.
I told him.
Hey, man.
Relays.
Look, it's all good. There once was a full pack. Now it's empty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stuff.
We'll see by the end of the show if it's all right.
I was going to say, Brian's going to have a special segment for us on diabetes. Is what he's going to be putting out because that's a lot of damn sugar.
Dude, it's like the magic one. I thought I was empty. Now I found another.
Tell me where your Lucky Charms are.
It's a Harry Potter bag you got going on there. Good stuff. Well, listen, man, we've been like ridiculously productive and busy early on in the year, right? I mean, things have been
Right.
coming together quickly. For nonprofits, folks, I'll tell you what, the holiday season is a bittersweet time because for us, it is extremely busy during this time and everything's on our head about the upcoming year. We understand the importance that this is the giving season, which means fundraising. And at the same time, other folks are enjoying the holiday season and they're kind of going in that relaxed mode. So they kind of start checking out and don't show up for work this week or that week. So it can be kind of, it's a great time, but it can also be a little bit stressful. So to see things.
It was only
start
one
moving-
day, Gene.
Which day?
It was only
Oh, damn.
one day. You don't have to call me out publicly. Thanks.
No, it wasn't you, dog.
Such a great boss. Thanks, guy.
Oh yeah, like I'm
putting the bonus check in your mail.
You're the boss. I'm not the boss. I am not taking that title. Not happening. I tie knots. I tie knots for a living. That's what I do. Yeah, I sit over here and talk about fish hooks and shit. That's where we get. But yeah, man. It's been pretty busy. Dude, Romans Warrior Foundation. You got things cooking there. Can I share that picture with folks of a possibility? Of what's coming? Not yet. Not yet. Wait. Let's wait.
No, fuck it, I don't care.
There's some good stuff brewing.
Yeah.
He's had
Pull the scab off. Let's do it.
This isn't the one, but this brick sent me this. This is still worth it. Because this is what's about to happen across all Facebook feeds everywhere. My first fish, 2026.
You gotta let someone have it out first before you put it out there like that. I'm like, Jay, it was only fucking so big. Come on, Jay.
No, I can't do that.
Why you gotta call me out like that?
I can't. You're going to get us canceled so quick.
We thought that the first episode before.
That's true.
Don't pull up Donald Trump driving by Tim Wall's house.
Nope, we're not doing that one. So actually, you know what? Before we start sharing pictures, let's talk about some current events here. Switch gears a little bit real quick because there's a lot of opinions, of course. And
good segue.
Let me preface. let me preface this with this. I get it. If the orange man does something, we have to hate it. Okay? But unfortunately, for those of us that don't hold patronage to any persons out there, I don't give a rat's. I don't know if I like him or not like him. I don't like half the stuff that comes out of his mouth, but whatever. I don't need to like him or not like him to like policy, right? Just looking at actions. But I get the narrative that if he does something, but do you guys honestly think we're about to see a big push and movement to try to defend the oppressed dictator in Maduro? Do you think they're going to start getting and trying to rally that somehow he's been wronged? Is that what's coming next? Do you think?
Or do you want me?
I'm gonna tell you. In the world that we're living in, I promise you, if SpongeBob SquarePants were dealing drugs and he got his ass wrung out, somebody would try to defend him. Okay, in this liberal world we're living. But if you look at the history, right, and I'm not trying to get into politics, you look at the history, who did Obama kill? Obama killed who? That's right, Osama bin Laden. He didn't ask for permission. They went after him.
Yeah.
Look at the facts. Trump does not have to ask permission from anyone in Congress to protect the sovereignty of the nation and our borders. He and Pete Hegseth did what they had to do because they consider, which is rightfully so, trust me, in the EMS, medical volunteer fire world, the overdoses are crazy with the fentanyl coming in this country. Now, I'm not saying they're coming from Venezuela, but, I mean, if the finger points that way, follow the finger, follow the money.
Facts are, 2020, he was indicted by the U.S. federal court as a narco-terrorist.
Yes.
2020, he was indicted. This was a federal warrant serving is what this was.
Dude, he got in front of his own people and said, come get me. Okay. FAFO, buddy.
There's a lot of finding out that went down today. I'll tell you that.
Just saying.
Brick, what's your thought on this, dude? Do you think we're going to see this a large number or a small group going to try to defend this guy?
So, I used to teach national defense strategy back in 1819, and so if you look at
that'd make you like
hold up. You were in 1819, bro. You look good for your age.
I was gonna say you're like 220 years old. What the hell, Brick?
No, I came in 04. So
2018.
Oh,
got it.
20. Sorry, you're right, Gene. I thought I was on the same page. Damn, my bad.
You look
our smart asses.
So Gene's right. Like in 2020, they indicted the guy on what? Narco-terrorism.
And
so
yeah.
If you look back, who was president in 2020 or in 2022?
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Anyway, in
you might offend some people.
2022 was the current it's being revised, but the current 2022 National Defense Strategy, if you go back and look at it, I'm not going to be a spoiler, but I can tell you that there's some things in there that past administration found it very lucrative or very important to do.
Yep.
And I'm just going to leave it at that. So in January, was it January, February, where they named it a narco terrorist state or narco terrorism for Venezuela? So there was no need for permission to do what was done yesterday.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Well, and let me be honest about this. I know everybody, I hear this nonstop about people are convinced that Trump is just abusing his power, right? That the president has abused his power over and over. But yet no one has found that. That's never been brought up. And all it's being done is being squawked about. Like, is this being done? Not one time. Here's my beef. You see, because I don't love Donald Trump. I subscribe to what I have learned from my military brothers and sisters out there, what you guys have taught me. I subscribe into salute, respect the rank, not the person, right? And we have a judicial system, albeit jacked up, corrupt, whatever. It is what we have. It's what we run from. And it's the law of the land. That's what we operate by. So if there's no charges, if nothing has come through and has been found that there's a problem with what's going on, you can't, just because you squawk it and say it 9 times loud doesn't make it real.
Yeah.
As much as they want it to be. I'm getting some wicked feedback. I'm not sure who one of your speakers is picking up. Let me see.
How about now?
Let me see. It's still picking me up a little bit. It can hear me. But at any rate, point being, just because you say it doesn't make it true. Just because you continue to repeat it over and over again doesn't bring it to life. You know what I mean? And so I think folks need to remember something. If you can detach the people involved, and I would listen to more of these arguments, and I do agree we need to keep his feet held to the coals, okay? The government is supposed to be of the people. I don't care if you got an R, a donkey, or an elephant next to you, or a D. I don't really care. They need to be a government of the people, by the people. So we need to make sure that our government is doing the right thing, through and through. That I agree with 100%. But you can't be so hypocritical that you do it with one set but not the other, right? Because if we're going to bring these things up, let's talk about it. I mean, Maduro in 2015 was labeled as, in Venezuela was set up as a terrorist or a narcotic issue state in 2015 by President Obama. And I believe, if memory serves, there was a democratically elected government or group of people that were elected and the people of Venezuela elected, and Maduro stopped it. He refused to let it come through. I'm sorry. The guy's he's a piece of shit thug, right? And that's just that. And it looked to me like, what's the most impressive? 2 hours, 20 minutes, gentlemen. That's what that op took.
I could take it. It could have took less than that.
In 220,
Chinese officials there. That's the only reason why it took 2 hours.
They launched 150 aircraft that annihilated the air defense system of Venezuela, which opened the doors to bring in the black helicopters. Delta Force dropped on scene, bagged and tagged homie, had him in New York City by 7 p.m. that next day. I don't care who you are, dog. That's impressive as shit. I mean, that's just clean work right there. Wow. That's, yeah. I as a civilian, I'll tell you what, anytime I hear about deployment, I'm against it initially. You're not going to get me on board of sending you guys off to put your life on the line for global, setup. So I need to know, it needs to be told to me, and I need to understand the severity and the importance of what's going on. And that op there, I mean, it was as clean as it gets, man. I mean, that was, good Lord. We basically took the entire country of Venezuela right to its knees in 2 hours, and took their leader and it's like, come here, get the hell out of here. And I actually love the idea of standing up and being involved in the creation of the democratically elected government there. I mean, at least we're not going into some Middle East, setup that absolutely hates us, and trying to bring our Western ways to them.
There's a couple of parts of what you're talking about. So the special operations unit of the Army and the federal government, they built a 100% replica in a undistinctive town in Kentucky. And they've rehearsed the operation for months, right? Well, I mean, they rehearsed it months and months and months on that exact compound and how he had it set up. But if you really want to peel the onion back on history, before we got worried about everybody's feelings and the love me's, hug me's, that's how the clandestine operations used to work. They would go in and do rehearsals and they'd execute. And before anybody knew what was going on, it was already done. And they're like, oh, shit, what did that happen? Well, it happened 2 nights ago, dumbass. But you didn't get told about it because we're not obligated to have the media embedded with us. We don't need to have real-time data on every operation we do. And shame on the U.S. government for doing that, right? Because that changed the dynamic of how we fight and how the enemy receives us. Because if you truly think about it, before all that crap had to happen, we were the 100% best of the best. And then we had embedded these reporters and all this information, this new, we're going to strike this whatever country, Ukrainian convoy at 2:00 in the morning. Well, okay, they're already ready for it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Instead of letting it be a surprise and then 48 hours afterwards, then talking about it. So hats off to them. And two, he's a scumbag. He's padding a lot of our. There was something I saw on the book face earlier. One of my Marine Corps buddies had put out an entire list of all the elected representatives that were benefiting from the corrupt obligations and workings going on in Venezuela. Whether it's true or not, I don't care. Like Eugene, I'm not necessarily a Republican or Democrat. I'm an American. I'm for the American people. And if whoever is on either side of the aisle is going to stand up for the American people, I'm all about it.
Yep.
So that's my 2 cents. Justin probably may agree, disagree, or all the above.
Yeah, no, dude, it's
because politics muddies the water. I mean, we found that guy quicker than we found Somali children in the daycare in Minnesota.
Exactly. So it is I'm just going to mute your mic from
It's
time
me?
to time, Brian, so that way,
I've got you casted to the TV, so I'm not squinting at my phone. Let me turn the volume down on my TV.
that might help.
Dude, I'm old now. I can't. My left eye is going bad. Sorry. What? Huh?
I can't hear out of my eyes anymore. I'm getting fucking old.
I see what's going on here.
I lost hearing in my left eye. It's not good. Good. There we go. Yeah, man. So, and that's the thing. You got to disconnect the people. If you disconnect the people, look at the policy. That's the bottom line, right? I don't know what I could be labeled as personally, and I am 100% absolutely anything that is America first. I don't think America only is smart. I don't think the world benefits if we're America only, but we absolutely have nothing to be ashamed about being America first. Take care of home first. Because once we're in a better position and once, you can't pour from an empty cup, if a lifeguard is ill, they're not going to be able to save anybody, whatever, acronym you want or whatever little, euphemism you want. The fact is we got to take care of our own stuff first. And our interest here need to, especially when it comes to the use of military might. Yeah, I just think that's it's a clean deal there, and if we're going to be upset about things, there's a lot more bigger things to be upset about. I loved your post, Brian, that you brought up during the Christmas time, the nonprofit you found there. That not to say that what they're doing is a bad thing, but damn, you guys take the time to go out and raise money for people in another country because they need food, but look 3 blocks down, and there's people in our own neighborhood that are starving out on the street and could use, a little bit of support here and there, or working folks and families that are, having their electricity cut off because they don't make enough money. There's plenty of other things locally here. So yes, I agree with you. Let's start facing us here. Too many people put their own value on, they think they get this self-righteous thought by going after somebody maybe, I don't know, that they associate with. I don't know what the draw is.
Yeah, that really pissed me off, and it really took. Honestly, it was the other young woman that stood at the table when I walked back out of the store, because it took the 15 minutes while I was in the store to process what exactly had happened and what was going on, and to paint the picture for everybody that subscribes and is watching this. I think it was Christmas Day or the day before Christmas, wasn't it, Gene?
Something
Around
like
that time frame.
Yeah.
I walked into now the area that I live in is Colbert County, Alabama. The particular spot is I'm not going to say we're poverty stricken, but most of the residents are below poverty, right? And I walk into the grocery store, and I'm walking in, I see this table set up, and these two people representing a local church are talking about help us feed the Ugandan people. You're right before Christmas, and you want me to help feed Ugandans, when I know for a fact there are people in your own town, in your own zip code, that are struggling for Christmas. I heard it. I walked past it, went in the store, did my shopping, my last minute crap to be able to help cook dinner or whatever. I come back out, and I had every intention on saying something, and there was a young woman that was standing there, and she was getting the spiel from this dude, and I took a quick mental snapshot of the guy and the imagery on the table, and as I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm driving off, I know you shouldn't drive and get on your phone, but I'm driving off. It pissed me off. I'm looking this dude up, and he was a local pastor from a church literally 15 minutes down the road in this below poverty-stricken town. And that's why I created a post. What audacity do you have to... And I'm not knocking it. God bless your bleeding heart. But what audacity do you have to ask for money and for people to donate to your cause, to send you and your missionaries to Uganda to help these kids, when you've got kids on the own streets of your backyard that are asking and begging for food and help?
Yeah.
For Christmas.
Yeah, man.
I mean, the one thing you can hate the Orange Man all you want to. You have your own opinion and beliefs, but the one thing that I will agree with him is America first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Switzerland has a great policy.
Bad thing, right?
Switzerland, she says, what does she say? I'm going to paraphrase. A certain culture can come to our country and praise our country and be part of our country, but make no mistake, you're not bringing your crap to our doorstep. If you want to bring your crap to our doorstep, stay out. Something along those lines. And I think every country should subscribe to that, because if you're fleeing another nation to come to a nation that you claim is going to be better for you, why are you going to try to bring your crap to our doorstep and try to promote those policies?
Yeah.
Be thankful that you're not in those policies anymore. If that's what you want, then get your ass out and go back.
And this brings it right back around to the Venezuela thing. I mean, some 6.5, some estimates up to 8 million people have fled that country, trying to get out.
They were celebrating when they found out what America did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is, at the end of the day, this is one thing that I will say about dude. He doesn't care what it looks like. When he gets something, be it right or wrong, when he gets something he wants to do, he freaking does it, man. He's not playing around. He gets the job done. He lets people that know what they're doing get the job done. And yeah, I mean, say what you will, things are getting handled, and I think history will show us that this was a really, really smart move. That's what my gut tells me. That we may have just averted. Because I'm sorry, folks, look at where the money's at. Who was funding them, keeping them afloat? Russia, China, Turkey, Iran. Is this a group of good players to you? That's where Maduro was getting his money. That's who was standing him up because of all the sanctions that Obama started through an executive order. He put sanctions on Venezuela. Obama did, and they carried through. Every president since then has renewed them and kept them going. The money was coming into them from Russia, from freaking China, from freaking Iran, Turkey. It's like, sorry, dog. You can't tell me this was a good situation over there. So I don't know. $2 gas. I'm seeing $2 gas in the state of Colorado. Hell yeah. Eggs is about $2 a dozen now. Hell yeah. Say what you want to say, but life's getting a little bit easier to afford these days.
Well, wait a minute. Shame on you. You just admitted that a Democrat started the process and a Republican finally pulled the trigger and executed.
You know,
Shame on you.
I won't go Democrat Republican on these jokers anymore. I don't. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, I just, before people get upset, I just want to do the research on it, check it out fully, right? Nothing wrong with holding people's feet to the coal. I'm all about that. But do the research, know the history, look behind it. This was the best coconut shell game. Last thing I'm going to say on this. I called this shit. You can ask my kid and my wife. Yesterday, 2 days ago, on Friday, whatever day it is now. Friday, we took my son's girlfriend. They've been together for a couple of years now. We took them out for dinner. And my son was laughing, going, Dad, have you seen this latest press conference with Trump just annihilating Somalia, and Somalia, just mocking him and this and this? And I'm like, no, I have not seen that. I don't watch this stuff. Well, he shows me this. And I'm like, okay, look, this is a move. Okay, if there's something I've learned about his administration and him, is this. He wants his opposition and the press to be pissed off at him right now about this, because something else is going down. They're working on something else. He does this, and it's too easy. The press will grab the slightest thing that he says or does and run with it for years. Meanwhile, they're doing something else on the other side over here going, yeah, we got to get this done, and we just don't want any attention on you doing it.
Yep.
He's kind of a master at that, and he doesn't care that he says ridiculous, goofy crap. The one I love that he ignites and irates people about is talking about running for a third term. It's like, folks, he can't. He's just saying it to piss you off and get you all ruffled up. The Constitution's, it's set. He can't. He's just talking. I might. I don't know. People tell me to. Maybe I should. The press is like, oh my God, he's gonna take over the country. It's like, relax, take a deep breath until you see something come through that says 3 terms is allowed, which never will be. It won't happen. But any rate, let's switch gears, man. 2026 banging. Romans, what is going on in the land of helping is healing? What are some cool things you've been working on, dude? What's 26 looking like so far?
I've been eating Lucky Charm dry frozen Lucky Charms, man. No, hey, check it out. So, there comes a point in every man's life when you wonder if what you're doing is the right thing, and you question that throughout the time that you're going through, and you're committing yourself to all these things that you feel are positive. But in the back of your mind, you're questioning, hey, am I doing the right thing for the right reason? Am I making the impact that I want to make? Am I helping to change and shape lives? And there's always that doubt. Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I don't care what your faith is, but whatever higher power you believe in is going to smack you in the face when you least expect it. And something or someone is going to reach out and tell you if you're on the right path. And that happened to us recently. So I'm not going to call him out, but there was a young man that we made a positive impact on in one of our trips in 2025. And I had a personal moment with him where I connected with him. And we made a pact, we made a promise, we checked on each other, and then I slacked off a little bit to give him his space to grow and nurture. And out of the blue, I got a message recently. Hey, I'm sorry. I stumbled. I'm starting over. I had this thing that I say, or that I said to him. I can't say I say it to everybody, but I said to him, and it's not one day, it's day one. And in his message is, I stumbled. It's day one again. I'm sorry. And went on this message, and I'm like, no, there's nothing to be sorry for. It's day one. Pick your head up. We move forward. We lean into it. We keep charging. I'm thankful you're still here. I'm thankful that I'm not reading or being told about you. So by all means, let it be day one. Gene, Justin, that is the most positive message I could get at the beginning of 2026.
Love it, dude.
Is that this cat thought highly enough and secure enough to reach out and say, hey, I think I fucked up. This is what I'm doing because of you to change it. And I'd like for you to walk with me to lean forward. You know, it flattered me, truly had me in tears. And that's what the hell we're about. That's what got Gene involved with us. That's what got so many other people behind what we're doing. I'm nobody special. It's not about me. It's about the organization. It's about the individuals we help. So moving forward in 2026, Gene, Justin, not only have we locked shields with the True Patriot Outfitters and we have our own, am I allowed to say it, Gene?
Yeah.
Do we have our own damn fishing series finally, away from everybody else and all the bureaucratic bullshit? We're doing it for the right reasons because we have a heart and we have passion for it. And you two are highly involved in it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's because you have the same passion for your craft that I have for our veterans and our first responders. That's exactly the underlying tone of it. And you guys can bullshit me all you want to, but that's why you guys are doing what we're doing with this new fishing series.
100%.
You bring that into the fold. You bring what Shannon and I are starting here in North Alabama into the fold. And Gene, you can share that picture. I don't care. We're pushing forward with it. I don't give a shit. I'm not asking for permission anymore. I'm not asking for acceptance. We're going to create the same ambiance that we had in Indiana here in North Alabama, to where veterans and first responders have a place to come, have a place to stay. Without question, without doubt, without equivocation, you're welcome. We're going to continue moving with the wall, because that truly is the defining mission behind the Romans Warrior Foundation. It secures so much. Otherwise, we wouldn't have any opportunity to meet so many people that we come across in 2025, 2024, 2023, and so on. Our veterans of our generation and our age, they need this memorial to continue to travel. They need the closure, they need the healing, and they need the support that goes along with it. So you culminate all that together. We haven't even reached out for our first fundraiser yet. It's coming, because we're gonna propel not only the foundation and the wall, but the Romans Warrior Foundation has taken on task to help propel this tournament and the TPO series to be able to get asses in kayaks at each and every tournament stop, for you guys to host our veterans and first responders and their families at each and every stop, and do exactly what we said we were going to do 2 years ago, a year ago, and even this year, and continue the helping this healing process. Because every time we're able to touch one life, it's an infectious thing on the positive note that's going to help create and implore other veterans and first responders to get involved, if not just as much, more so than the individual that we touch and impacted.
Dude, I'll tell you what, it's one of the things that I've discovered about this work that is some of the most fulfilling, and that is working with people and then they having the desire to come work with us and pass it on to others, especially when we start getting vets that want to be a part of this. We've picked up, I am lucky enough to be surrounded by giants. I know that, and regardless, I'm reminded of these things every day as my faith continues to grow. I'm going to go off on a tangent here real quick. There's a statement that's come down the line, is that quit trying to get public approval and don't worry about people's view of you, because Jesus was perfect and they killed him for it. Okay. So stop worrying about it. All right. It's pointless. Mass, deal. You need to know in your heart, are you doing what's right? And are you doing the right thing? And if so, hell or high water, two-fisted approach, blast the hell through it. I loved your hashtag, gratitude with attitude. That is absolutely what the hell we're doing. I know there's some people out there running around that have different opinions of me, of the work we do, whatever. I could give 3 squirts of monkey shit less. I really don't care. If you're with us, come on board. Let's go. If you don't like what we're doing, get the hell out of the way. That is just the way we're approaching things from here on out. We don't have time to worry about this because we know in our heart that what we're doing is right. We know it works. You have taught me something, Brian, that is reminded to me every damn time, and that is if we got to do it one at a time, then by God, that's what we'll do. I'm surrounded by you two guys, by Jason. Now we got a new team member coming on, Kenny, that's coming on board with us. All of our Stop 22 guys, Brian, Michael Gasparini. I'm surrounded by giants of human beings. And I know that at the end of the day, this is what it is. There was this Josh, the past year, you shared a link with me, Justin. He said something that was, what's his name? Josh Holloway, maybe?
Let me look.
He said something. When Jesus was given a mission, what did he do? He got 12 good men and surrounded himself with him because he knew he was going to need that relationship to get the job done. So what do? You don't do it alone. No, you get yourself surrounded with good people and you go get the job done. And that's what we're doing, man. If we can do that, if we can spin this up, I get a chance. Lovall and I are the 2 token, civvies in the group. Oh, also Stoney. Stoney's a civvy. And we're surrounded by, you guys, we're surrounded by veterans all around us here that continue to remind us, they motivate us to get stronger, get better, keep doing it, keep going after what we're going after. So, yeah, dude, it's I'm learning less. What's his last name?
Howerton.
I like him, man. He's a young cat, and I'm not sure I'm totally in on some of his, interpretations, but he's exciting to listen to. He teaches. I like his teachings, and I like his thought process on stuff. That's a dude you definitely want to take in a kayak. I would like to take him out fishing. That would be a ton of fun.
He'll be exciting for sure.
Yeah, he's high energy. I like that. I like that a lot. But no, man,
Gene, Gene,
yeah.
There's 2 things real quick, Gene. One, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for realizing what I have been beating around the bush for a couple of years around you with. And God knows, man, faith walks aren't easy, and they're not supposed to be. And where you're at in your walk is your journey, and we're here to support you. And the one thing I'm going to correct you on, and I think I can talk for pretty much every veteran I know, is it's not you that walks among the giants. It's us that walks among the giants with you and the other civies, because we knew what we were getting into, and we understand our creed. You guys are the ones that implore, and support the concepts and ideals that we define and defend. So it's us that walks among the giants of you all. And we thank you for allowing us to do it.
Well, that's what I think makes it a great relationship, dude, is that admiration and inspiration that both sides can pull from one another, right? The night I spent that we've come up with we're given the name of the organization, thanks for being a civilian worth fighting for. It's like, that's it. That's what the fuck I want to be from here on out. I want to be somebody that y'all are proud that it's why I say stop this talk of this democratic socialist horse shit. It's never going to happen. There is over half of this country that is willing to die to stop that. Over half of it. Okay. At least probably bigger numbers than that. If push came to shove, it's never going to happen. It's the opposite of what we have. Individual freedom and liberty is here for a reason, and that's, Anyway, I digress. I move into as many tangents. Here, I'm going to share a picture. Wabam. You're getting a view into the future, folks. A reliving of something that was started, and now it's going to be realized and completed.
Yeah, our fam, Ranch and Retreat. And there's so many definitions to that title, our fam. It's not just the Romans family coming together. but it's those that we embrace as our brothers and sisters who are not bloodborne, who are not related by bloodline. It's those of us that come together as a family to make each and every day a successful day. That's what our fam ranch retreat is about. And the cornerstone of what we intend on doing is we're going to start out small and try to plan for once a quarter, which is 4 times a year. We're going to bring in kids from 6 to 14, and we're going to teach them life skills. Basic plumbing, basic electrical, automotive, cooking. And then as they get older in their teens, we'll teach them how to balance a checkbook, how to manage their money, how to invest, things of that sort. But it's all about the grassroots, man. And then ideally, my goal is to have some little homesteading stuff in there as well, getting the big box stores behind it, and just being able to teach these children of tomorrow the importance of yesterday, so they have the gift to give to their family one day in the future.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. We've said this before. This is at the very foundation of our goals. The retreat model for this type of support that ranges broad spectrum works flat out. It changes lives. It saves lives. If you've ever been to one or been around one, you see it. Dude, my trip to the Lodge of Hope at Peterson Outdoor Ministries pretty much changed my freaking life, and I'm not even a vet. It changed the course of my life being in that environment and seeing the impact it was having, feeling the impact it was having was the final bump I needed to engage and fully get rolling. I had thoughts leading up to it. That was the heal process right there. And I sit here now stronger, more energized, not afraid of the future. I don't know how the hell we're going to do half the shit I got on the deck for the TPO to do. I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm putting my faith where I'm hoping it's going to be there, and I'm hoping that his timeline works out with ours, and we're going forward, hell or high water. We're getting after it, and we're just going to see, and hopefully we're going to stay busy. We're going to keep working, because I do believe that he does help those who help themselves. So we're going to work our ass off to try to make things happen, and hopefully he sees fit that that his timeline matches up to ours, and we got a trailer someday soon here that we can put kayaks on again. That'd be handy. Right now, Justin and I are going to be carrying 2 apiece.
You saw how bad my knees were on Saturday. It's going to be fun.
Whoa. We go from carrying to knees. Are we on the same podcast here? Is this still a kid-friendly environment?
Air Force.
He pushed from the back and I pulled, and then we switched.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was pulling, I was pushing, then we switched around.
You were pulling and pushing and what?
I got in trouble.
My goodness.
To clarify, this one guy, I'm not going to say his name, but was at the thing. You better not take your trailer down there. I was like, I wasn't going to, but now I won't. But I'm going to wheel my kayak down there. He goes, no, you won't. I said, yes, I will. So I did, and then I was like, I don't want to deal with this dude. So Jim was like, oh, I feel bad for you. You see me going up the big hill, big rocky hill.
Dog, his kayak weighs as much as he does. I mean, it's
oh man.
So I was like, no, you can't do that. Let's get at this together. We'll tag team it.
Talking about a kayak, folks.
Yes, kayak fishing. Hey, speaking of, Saturday, a group of us, to have some fun, went out and fished in Colorado, January 3rd. We fished for an entire day and had to take layers off because it was so freaking hot out there. Beautiful, beautiful weather. I'll take a lot more of that. People can complain all they want. I don't give a rat's ass. I'll take this warm weather. Hell yes. How cold is it in Bama, Bri?
Today was 58 degrees.
It's not bad.
That's a nice day. That's a nice day. How cold does it get at night?
We're at 37 at night. That's not bad. 43. Next week, this coming week, actually, is going to be 65 to 70 degrees during the day and about 50 degrees at night.
So I think
You want to come down? I got a camper spot for you anytime.
See, this is what I'm thinking. I think
Friday would be the day to go because it's going to get cold here on Friday.
I think that each year there should be like a week, 2 week mission that happens that the Colorado group travels to Alabama with all of our fishing equipment so that we can show it to you and demonstrate it to you at Gunnersville and the surrounding bodies of water of our Lord and Savior has created for us to use.
What is the name of that lake over there on the border of Florida, Alabama area?
Oh, you're way south, bro. We got to come up north.
Yeah, he's up Muscle Shoals there. He's right on Pickwick, dude. Pickwick and Wheeler.
Yeah, I'm off of Pickwick, Tennessee River.
Pickwick, Wheeler, and Gunnersville is like 2 hours away.
Yeah. So now I will make this. I will make this testament here live. Yeah, let's do that for 2026, man. So let's earmark a week, either in 2026 or beginning of 2027, where we have the Colorado group come out and we do a showcase and we show out for our veterans and first responders in the North Alabama, Southern Tennessee, Eastern Mississippi area. And we have a little get together for everybody.
Hell yeah.
Targeted, let's say you guys, 10, 20 vets.
That'd be badass. I mean,
Or is that too much? I don't want to hurt Justin's knees anymore.
Not gonna hurt. I mean, as long as I'm not it's flat in Alabama. It's not as.
Depends how much part of Alabama, brother.
Well, I mean,
Brian's out in them back hollows and woods out there. So
even if I'm telling Pueblo that ramp was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like looking up at the Rockies by no means. I promise.
No, but
what's that reservoir up there behind you, Gene?
Oh, we got
Horsetooth.
There's Horsetooth.
Yeah, it's nothing like Horsetooth.
Pueblo is
out back behind Fort Collins.
Yeah, that's up there. That's the Wyoming Kayak Bassmasters is having their state championship there. I honestly wish them the best of luck.
Where are they having it?
Horsetooth.
That's nice.
That's what I heard. It was in May too, like May 9th, I think, is when it's going off.
I'm gonna come.
Justin, are you having a seizure? Are you okay?
Dude, I'll tell you this, Brian. The last time we did a state
one spot for a state championship that's not in their state.
So
I don't understand it.
So the last state championship that was held at Horsetooth Reservoir had 30 some odd anglers up there, and I want to say 3 limits were caught. Dude, it was a struggle bus. It just hasn't been fishing great. Okay, and I'm not taking like any joy in saying that. It just hasn't been fishing great, and Larimer County is a monster to deal with. They just don't like tournament anglers.
Yeah.
So I wish them the best of luck. I really do. I will not be partaking in that because I have no desire to fish that body of water right now with that kind of thing on the line. It's just nah. I am excited, however. Got some news to share here. We've been talking about the PBKS, right? Which is affectionately known as the Patriot Borderlands Kayak Series. It's kind of a kayak series, right? Kind of. Except it's really more an extension of the Tier 2 programs by the Romans Warrior Foundation and the True Patriot Outfitters. It's our field ops event. And it's going to be done in the form of a gathering here that we're going to get together. There is no cash payouts that's taking place. We might get some fun little, knick-knack things here and there, but there will be prizes that we're going to give out by supporting vendors that are going to help us. We're going to give out some surprise and prizes through drawings and such for people that show up, especially veterans, first responders that show up and fish with us and that are at the awards barbecue that takes place right at the end of the event. Hang on one sec here. We're going to... There it is. Wabam. Where'd it go? Here it is. Yeah, the PBKS. We're going to launch this bad boy. This thing's going off, and we're going to be working in conjunction with all of the clubs that are surrounding us. So far, because of the first event that's coming up is in New Mexico I have had a chance to speak with the two main brains down there that do all the work down there putting these events together. And I got to tell you, I am so freaking stoked now to get down to New Mexico. I'm sitting here looking at the calendar going, maybe I need to take a January run down there and just go take a peek and see what's happening. Because it's only 5-6 hours away. You leave in the morning, you're there by lunchtime. We are making a pivot swap, a change on this. We were going to go to Ute Reservoirs where we were going to go. We're changing that now because of after speaking with and looking at schedules. I apparently had a copy of the old schedule that New Mexico had. They updated a schedule and I didn't get that on my list. So the date that we had selected originally that I published out there was going to conflict with an event that they had going on the south side of New Mexico. We don't want to do that. We want to work with these local states. So we're bumping it up. And we're going to a more exciting place. I muted you. Sorry, Bri, because we were getting some feedback. There you go. We're going to go to a more exciting place that offers everything that we're really looking for. There's only one thing in this, and that is there might be some tent camping involved. I don't know, because there's no cabin options. So anybody coming with this is going to have to be willing to sleep on a cot or whatever we can try to figure out. And try to rally some camping gear together, for this type of deal. But there's a good chance, if the weather permitting, we might be camping down on the beach, which could be badass. Having your kayaks right there on the beach, camping and cooking out right on the beach for this event. And we're going to Conscience is the name of it. The date we're going there is March 14th, Conscience Lake, New Mexico. We're going to work with New Mexico, the New Mexico Bassmasters Kayak Club. We're going to work with them. They're going to rally because this is the Saturday before their Bassmaster event at the same lake. They've got new people that are going to join in with this. They got a lot of veteran and first responders in their group that Anthony, the new tournament director, is solid that they will be. Anthony's going to try to make it there, their tournament director. He's going to help us with, he wants to put together some swag bags for anybody that attends. They're going to get, he's going to be looking at hats and t-shirts and stickers and such. They're going to get behind and really help the PBKS launch this first event. Really super cool down there in New Mexico. When you get a club that wants to work with you like that, dude, that's how we get this done. I mean, that's the key is we're working together with these. Now what I hope is that what we can show them is this is what we can do here. Now let's see if Kansas, Nebraska, and Colorado want to dance the same dance. Work with us. Let's make these things cool. We'll work with you and promote you guys. Anything we can do to work together, that's what we're in for. I will say this, we prefaced this earlier. Gratitude with attitude. You're either working with us or you're going to be in our way. And I just don't know any other way to say it. If you're not going to work with us in somewhere, then we're not going to give three shits about anything else in that process because we have a mission to do with this. We want to take the positives of this and introduce that to new people, to the veteran and first responder communities, and let them join in with us, man. That's what we're going to aim for. If we get 2 people on our first event, success. We don't care how many we get, 2 or 20.
In the military, Gene, they call that lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Exactly.
Or you say get out of the way or get the hell out of the way. It's basically what we say.
Yeah. And that's really the way I feel with this stuff these days is we're doing this. It isn't the traditional, tournament thing because, for instance, biggest things difference with us. Number one, there's no cash payouts. Okay. So you're not going to receive a big check. You're probably going to get some cool things that we're going to try to gather together that you're going to walk away with some, most importantly, you're going to walk away with memories and hopefully some new friends that you didn't realize that maybe you had before. Information sharing. That's going to be an absolute. Yes, do it. We want to show people what it looks like to prep for these things. So the night before, having 5 or 6 guys all prepping rods and reels, and you'll see people what they're choosing for baits and what they want to use out here. It's not a situation where we care whether or not, that the other person, we want everybody there to do well. and any of the experienced kayak anglers that come in, especially if you're a civilian, I encourage you, come in with that idea in your head that you're here to share information and show these guys what we love so much about this. If you're a vet or first responder, come on in. If you're already experienced and a vet, even better. Yes, come in and help teach some of the new folks, show them, or just hang out and crack inappropriate jokes. Shit, yeah. That's half the fun of what we do out here with this stuff. Because of all the memories of traveling and competing, that's the stuff that sticks with you, dude. Is those chats that we have. Boats are going to be allowed. If you're not into the kayak game, if it's just not your thing, you can bring your boat. You got to run your trolling motor only. That's the rule. You can't run your big gas motor. Only reason the gas motor could be on is if there's an emergency or weather or something like that comes up. Otherwise, trolling motor only. And yes, bring your boat. If the kayak thing isn't for you, but you're a vet or first responder and you want to get involved with us, come on down. Bring your boat down. Let's go. If you got kids that want to get involved and you're willing to pay their entry fee to get them in and they want to shore fish, shore fishing allowed. Here's one I don't know. Justin, you and I are going to have to talk about this and put this to some memories. There's a guy out there, love our brother down in Missouri. He wants to argue for live bait being allowed. And I'm like,
no.
I don't know.
I say that because you want to teach them the artificial way. Live bait is just, we can be catfish. You want to catfish? You can fish for other species, but if he wants to come and bring live bait, maybe he can show somebody that's interested in how to catch fish on live bait.
Yes, I agree. Yes, bring live bait if you want to fish at night when we're not tournament fishing, but during the tournament, we're going for bass. And I don't know, maybe we should also say white bass is okay too. Hell, white bass, black bass, purple bass, whatever you want. Brian bass, it's all good.
Carp, whatever you want. Bring some corn.
No shit, I would love to. Oh my gosh, that would take me back to age-old kids' days, putting corn on a hook.
But a lot of people don't understand that's the disconnect, right? You have a civilian sector and a military sector that are trying. You have transitioning veterans that are either out, a lot of them are, or retired, and it's hard for them to transition to or assimilate back into the civilian workforce or into the civilian sector, because a lot of the things that we struggle with is not being able to turn off the switch. So if you're able to actually bridge those two together and have a community involvement, bring it all. I mean, honestly, I'm just making a joke about the live bait, but
sure.
In Colorado, apparently now you can't use live bait.
I was going to say that's going to be the biggest thing, is a lot of states have restrictions on that, of what you can bring in and what you can't. So, and since we're not technically a tournament pulling permits and all this kind of shit, because that's really just not, we're not in that, in that realm. We're in a different ballpark. This is a nonprofit organization that we're coming together, and we're having an event here where we're introducing people, and we're doing a little thing on the side, basically amongst those of us together. To pay for our cost here to feed everybody and put some campsites together and have a good time for sure. So, but no, man, that's it. So that's the whole point. We're just trying to get everybody involved on this topic, not to go too far off track, but on this topic about vet and civilian. There's something it's been ringing in my head a lot. One of the things that I assume, and I got two vets sitting here that can confirm this, the lack of actual loyalty in the civilian world has got to absolutely eat at your inner core. Because I'll tell you, I have no fucking tolerance for a lack of loyalty in human beings. I don't care what your motivations are. That lack of loyalty strikes right to my insides and makes me just like, I have no time for you anymore. If the moment you show those colors, we're done. We're just done. I have no time or tolerance to deal with somebody like that. Loyalty means everything to me. And I think that's part of been what has attracted me to respecting the veteran community so much, is that I see the brotherhood, I see the sisterhood, I see that I don't have to like you to be still loyal and decent with you, and know that you can trust me. Shit hits the fan. We don't have to be best buddies, but they're going to be there for you. If I don't know that do you find that difficult in the civilian world? The lack of the all me, where it's centered around personal achievement more than, taking care of the mission at hand? Bri?
Well, for me, in my experience, loyalty is different in the military. You have squadrons, or that's Air Force term. You have battalions, or you have like whatever other names they have out there. Anyway, you kind of get option. It's kind of like you accomplish the mission or you fail. So if you want to make rank, you have to do X, Y, and Z on this list. If you don't do that, then you already know you're not going to meet the standard. We have a standard that we must obtain. So when it comes to loyalty, it's kind of ingrained without saying it's ingrained, because you're loyal to the set of values that you uphold. And then on the civilian sector, it's free for all, where there is a set standard, and it changes so often because of social media and because of politics and everything else, and whatever's great for that day. Now you got whatever the kids are doing now, 6, 7. It's never the same. And so, from my perspective, it's hard to gain that type of loyalty out of an individual to promote a said business, because you are only paying their bills. What other side, on the military side, is more about resiliency. There's a big push for resiliency. There's a big push for being a part of a unit, morale. And so a lot of people misconstrued like what really morale is versus what people think it is. So a morale is a set of standards versus a set of emotions. And so if you can differentiate the two, then you're talking two different languages. If you can't, you're talking two different languages. If you can, you kind of see where this boat is going. So.
There's a mission, and if homie's on that mission, whatever he needs, I don't care what it is, we're going to get the mission done. That's the thing that I connect with. That makes sense to me. I don't care what it needs, but in the civilian world, it's, well, I'll help as long as I'm benefiting. Unfortunately, it's what I see around me. Dude, we took a drunk bar chick and made her a millionaire. Hawk to a girl. This is who civilians lifted up and boosted and made her a millionaire. She was explaining what she did to, giving a glizzy in a drunken tirade on a camera. And all of a sudden, that's somebody who should get themselves $1 million in a podcast and a show. Oh my God, I want to puke. I just,
God bless Nashville.
That Dad had to be so proud, of this thing. I'm like, dog, no. When I met Brian, what you and I, when we connected, we shared quickly 2 or 3 views on some things. I literally felt like I had found a relative. I'm like, holy shit. So I didn't care where the future went. All I knew is that I wanted to be working with him and learning from him and helping him in any possible way to get this job done. And that's exactly what we've done is that we've made changes to our life that have turned things in 180 different degrees. And I couldn't be any happier or more proud of the fact that, look, dude, we're both still sitting here going, okay, we got bills coming due. We're not sitting here, reaping in the rewards of trying to help others yet, other than spiritually, that's there. But yet we're still motivated and still on that same, and I don't give a rat's ass what he needs. I'll be there. I'm in. He's got me no matter what. Even if he needs bail money.
That's in the safe always. But I always have to have that contingency. But you're talking about morality and the impressionability of society, right? So where a generation or 2 generations ago were raised on morality and right and wrong and the differences and the repercussions of right and wrong and responsibility and accountability, you have a complete iteration of folks who are oblivious to what accountability and responsibility truly mean by definition and the morality of that obligation to understand so. To where it's frustrating each and every day. I have come, and I'm glad you're sitting down, Gene, but I have come to the realization that I expect nothing out of everyone. And by expecting nothing out of everyone, I can never be let down.
Exactly.
My emotions are not involved. My hopes are not involved. And while that may sound morbid to some, I am at peace.
Good.
If I ask one of my kids to, as simple as take out the trash, and they don't do it, I didn't expect them to do it in the first place. I'm not angry about it. I don't get worked up about it. It's safer for my health with my blood pressure bullshit, but it's safer for me to not have that. You know, the kids don't, wash their own dishes. I didn't expect that of them. They're just showing me they love me in a different way by leaving their mess for me to clean up. I have to look at it out of a sense of insanity to not get worked up. And that's the same way I truly integrate with society and a civilian mindset, is because civilians do not, Justin's right, civilians do not have the same attention to detail and mission posture that we do in the military and first responder community.
As a whole, yeah. Individually, yes, but as a whole, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I'll get to it whenever I get, well, you know what are you going to do? And my dad said this to me years ago. He said, I don't argue with kids. I didn't argue with you kids. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a whole different time here. He goes, no, you either listened to me or you didn't. If you didn't listen to me, you suffer the repercussions, and that was it. You have to look at it like, if I tell you to do something and you ask me 20 questions, you're dead. Okay, Dad, that's a little morbid. He goes, no, but think about it. If you're in combat and you tell your troops to engage on a target or go a certain route, and they ask you a million questions, what's going to happen? I said, well, I'm going to lose my fucking mind and somebody's probably going to end up dead. He goes, exactly. But if they listen to you the first time and they don't question, they get the job done, what happens? I said, we all come home and successful. Think about it.
Yep.
Today's mindset is they want to question everything. Yeah. You see it in social media, you see it in the newspaper, you see it on TV, you see it in all the TV shows, all the popular music videos. They're questioning every damn detail about life, so much so that they're confused on whether they're a boy or a girl. They're questioning everything. Just shut your mouth, open your ears. God gave you two for a reason, two for one. Listen twice as much as you talk, and just get it done. Don't expect anything out of anybody, because you cannot inspect what you expect, especially when they're not going to fulfill the expectations. So lower your standards and don't expect shit out of anybody. Know that you're going to have to do it anyway, and there you go.
Am I wrong, Justin? I think you could still show love by breaking a boot off an ass if they don't pick up their trash. Though.
That's not love in today's world. That's hatred.
Yeah, if you don't get locked up, Gene.
Not my boot. My boot's full of love.
My white boot. I don't know where that came from. I don't know.
Well, this is exciting, dude. We've got wall stops coming. Right now, we know for sure, 9/11 that weekend?
Osage, yeah.
Osage.
We got another one in Florida probably in February, but Osage and definitely 9/11.
Yes, and we're going to be at that one. Matter of fact, that trip, we're going to get a drawing at a couple of these, and almost guaranteed it'll be this. We'll draw one name from this first.
You're going to draw a name? Or you're going to pull a name out of a hat?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were actually going to Pictionary draw.
No, dude, you don't want me drawing. No, even my stick figure dudes don't look right. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, that's not what she said.
I do not have artistic ability. It's a different kind of
that one over your head, I have.
Yes. I'm ignoring you. I don't expect you to understand.
There you go. See, lesson learned already. I love it.
I'm fast.
You can teach old dogs new tricks. Look at that.
That's right. No, we're going to draw a name from the from the Conscious Lake deal, New Mexico, and we're going to take them to that 9/11 event that's going on there. We're going to do a field ops event at Lake of the Ozarks with the Global War on Terror's Wall of Remembrance. We're going to put on a deal. We're going to tie in with that. It's going to be an awesome, freaking awesome trip. It's one of my favorite sections of the country. I love the people there. This is going to be I just know an amazing, impactful time when we're there. So I can't wait to get there. But yeah, we're gonna bring a couple people from out west so they can come experience this and see this. So we're gonna be looking to find some folks that maybe don't have the means or kayaks that they would normally take this trip, and so that they can get out there and see this with us.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because here's my closing statement, and then I'm going to have to bounce to take care of a 7-year-old. You two, I'm tasking both of you
Yes, sir.
as a team. I need you to find me a place roughly 45 minutes to an hour outside of Solon, Iowa, for a fishing retreat escape for a combat veteran and his significant other.
What is
You can go guided or unguided.
Solom what? Solom, Iowa?
Solon, Iowa. I'm even willing to send one of you two out there to accompany.
Oh, SOLON?
Yeah, not salon. Don't do that. It's not a hair salon. They fucking hate that. Trust me.
Like
Solon.
colon with an S.
Yeah, they probably won't like that either, Gene. You're not making any friends there. But yeah, so I've got a mission, and I'll email you all the details, Gene, on the mission. But it's a fishing with a mission trip, and you'll understand why when I send you the details.
Bro, there is so much water that's right next to that. Lake McBride, the Iowa River. There's water galore right next to Solon.
Cool. Think about it. You two mull it over. You both want to go, let me know. We'll send you out there.
When
I'll
is
send you the details. I got a 7-year-old calling my name. I love you guys. He takes priority. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Love you,
Appreciate
dog.
each and every one of you.
Take care, man.
Get off my phone. How do I do that?
Leave studio, or I can kick. Okay, he's out. I was like, ooh, let me kick him. Kick him out of here. Yeah, dude, that sounds like a good time, dude. I don't know if you pulled it up on MapQuest, but
I did. I looked at it.
dude, there's so much water. Yeah, there's so much water right there.
Corville.
Bro, that's Iowa bass fishing too. That's gonna be weeds. That's gonna be, oh my god, we're gonna slack line for days in that water. Woo! And I have a really good connection of Iowa anglers that we know that we could probably bring in as well for either help or just general shenanigans. I bet you we could get if it works for their schedule. McBride, I know is usually so that's Iowa City. Okay. Yeah, that's on the far side. But
Yeah, it's almost into Michigan.
That's not that far. Let me see.
Oh, close to Chicago.
Yeah, we'll look it up after this deal here.
Wyoming, yeah.
Dude, we got Tier 1 events that'll be going off. That's we're going to start at Stanley Lake, obviously, May 1st. That'll run all the way through September. Good chance we're running these things weekly. We're working with some. These are the things that we've been doing here that it's been in the works. We are going to be, obviously, we're renewing our contract with City of Westminster, so we're going to be set in with as a partner again. We have our Heroes on the Water work that you take care of the south side of the country or of the state. I take care of the metro area. We're going to be doing that throughout the entire season next year, on top of the Tier 1 events, which are local events that we'll be doing, taking folks out on local waters, primarily Stanley. We're going to be working with Westminster PD. We're going to be getting in. Their peer support group is going to start setting up with us and working with. We're going to tie in, if we can get the contact to go through, we're going to tie in with Westminster Fire Department and work with that peer support group. We're going to start there. If we can handle that load, they've agreed that they'll give us the names and numbers of the other peer support of like Thornton and freaking North Glen and all the surrounding suburbs out here. So this could really develop into something really big on that side of the deal. We've got our 2 consultants that are coming on board to help us when it comes to special projects, to try to continue to build up that, I guess, funding, if you will, for a lot of these trips. We're also going to be working with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers on some level to try to secure at least one trip a month for their veterans support community inside their union. So these guys are double, right? They're linemen, so they're already first responders, and they got a veterans support group inside the first responder deal there. So yes, we want to work with them on a regular basis, at least throughout the year, and take them on several trips, giving those guys a chance to recharge and reconnect. Tier 2 events, the PBKS is a major extension of that. We'll add in other trips as we see fit. To get to other cool areas. I was looking in Utah, dude. There is some cool water that's not too far away from us. That's between 6 and 7 hours to get to the good Utah waters over there.
I mean, if we're going to be driving to Kansas, Nebraska for 6-7 hours, might as well.
Yeah.
Well, for me, 6-7 hours. For you, maybe about 4, but.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we leave at 6 in the morning. We're there by lunchtime. That's a 6-hour run, right? I mean,
bad.
It's not bad at all, dude. We still have half a day to be set up, check our gear out, make sure we're ready to go. Yeah, that's a walk in the park. We can make those 6-7 hour runs with no problem, and we can get to some really cool places and check out. So yeah, we've got a bunch of that stuff on deck that we are continuing to plan and work. What we need a trailer. That's a big one. We're working on some things with that, but we still haven't got that sitting in front of our driveway yet to get kayaks on. And of course, we need funding for these trips. We need companies, organizations, people that are willing to get behind us and help us keep the lights on and help us put these trips together. We're going to be doing a show coming up here. I'm going to get a rec therapist to come in here, and we're going to break down the nuts and bolts of recreational therapy. There is a small hint that some folks think that, well, it's just going out and having a good time with friends. You're right. That's part of it.
You have to see it to believe it. I mean,
and it isn't just. There is a real science that stands behind doing the kind of programs that we're doing. And it isn't just that we're going out to go fishing only. There is purpose-driven criteria of events and different things that we involve throughout the weekend. And we work very hard to keep it not feeling like it's any type of curriculum. We're there to have a good time, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that above all, people understand they can be themselves, in our presence, and that's our whole piece throughout this deal here. You'll laugh with us or at us, one of the two.
You will laugh.
Yeah.
It's just depending on what you're laughing at, and then we'll figure it out and we'll laugh with you no matter what.
Thick skin is a good help. Right? Have thick skin. You're going to need that. And don't be easily upset with the choice of words because you're around a bunch of anglers that are out there in the boondocks fishing. So yeah, that kind of stuff unfolds. But then when we need to be family friendly, we absolutely will be family friendly. If we got little ones around, we're going to mind our P's and Q's and make sure they have a blast and a good time too. We're all dads at some point or other. We understand, when to put the dad mode filter on. We can do that. Not a problem. Listen, brother, we've been going for about an hour 20 here. I'm going to let you go. This is going to be a badass year. Again, I don't know how a lot of this is going to get paid for yet. But we're going to keep working, and hopefully we find some of this. But the podcast is going to keep trucking. We're going to keep moving here. We got some cool guests coming down the lineup. We're going to start bringing some clubs on starting next week, where we're going to start bringing in some tournament directors and presidents of clubs in all the states, from Colorado, New Mexico, Kansas, Nebraska. We're going to get them all in here, talk about the PBKS, talk about the kayak fishing scene, what's coming down the pipe. It's a great time of year for that. So we're going to go ahead and get that stuff going. And you got anybody in mind, dog, you let me know. Let's get them on the show
I got
here.
something in my mind right now, but I'll talk to you later about it.
Sounds good. Folks, make sure to go smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Hopefully our Double S Podcast Facebook page will allow the streaming of this, and this won't be on my personal page anymore. Because here's a tip. I can't see your comments, if you're commenting on my personal page, they don't come through in StreamYard for some reason. So if you're watching this and commenting on like the Heroes Media Group channel or on YouTube, I can see those. But if you're commenting on my personal Facebook page, for some reason, those comments don't come through StreamYard. I don't know what the hell the deal is. Technology. Just when you think you got it figured out. But at any rate, make sure to smash the subscribe button on YouTube. That's a big help for us there. And be watching, man. PBKS is going to have a good time. You want to get out there and go fishing with us, let's go. Let's get you there. And let's find a way to make it happen. As always, tight lines, be safe, take care of each other, and God bless.